get up on TV, we'll be able to get up on the internet. And if not, we're efforting that as we speak. So hopefully this is getting out to somebody. You can let me know if we're available or not. But we will carry on, and we will do the show as we are. Hopefully we'll get those things corrected. Appreciate all of you out there being with us. We are up on Facebook.
I see us.
So hopefully we're up on YouTube as well. Then we will be up on Spectrum if that is possible. 256-234-6221 is our number here. Let us know what's on your mind. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. SEC softball tournament going on. Unfortunately, Auburn falls to Alabama, depending on how you look at it, unfortunately or unfortunately. 3-2 yesterday. Much like the season, Auburn very, very close here toward, made a run at it. But looks like they will make a regional, even struggling as they did in the SEC. Being the bottom seed there, they're still had a really nice second half to the season, so maybe will be a formidable opponent to somebody out there that's hosting a regional. So we'll see where that out. I think those announcements will be on Sunday, so we'll find out about that a little bit later. LSU and Mississippi State, I think, played this morning. That game, I'm not even sure if it's over yet, but the tournament will continue on. Georgia and Arkansas a little bit later, Ole Miss, Florida, and Alabama and South Carolina, the nightcap tonight. There's Auburn Undercover did a fan survey. Brett and Randy talked about this yesterday a little bit. They just kind of talked about a couple of them. I'll like to get your thoughts on this, JJ.
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
This is always interesting.
It's interesting in terms of kind of gauging what the fans' expectations are, right? And then you kind of know.
I like to as far as what's mine. The difference. How am I in the majority or the minority?
Right. And for me, I think it's just interesting to know what the fans' expectations are, because then you can look at the results and go, did they meet those expectations or not?
Right.
So.
And that questions, a wide variety, ranged from predictions about how many wins, to players and involved, and who do you think's going to be the starting quarterback, and who do you think these kind of things. So interesting. We'll take a look at those.
Speaking of players, Keontae Scott, you saw that story?
I did not.
Well, he had left Auburn,
right,
and had gone to, was it Houston? Where was it? Houston, Texas Tech?
Not even sure.
Somewhere.
Okay.
And apparently now has gotten a better offer and is headed to Miami.
Is that right?
Yes.
So there you go.
Without playing a game at the other school.
And that used to be such a great. I mean, that was like one of those 1 in a million type stories. Now it's normal.
Yeah.
Right. We've already gotten to the point to where you can go to a place, not play it down, get a better offer, go somewhere else. Not only transfer, but transfer twice.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Yeah. My goodness. This is the world. This is why something's got to change, JJ.
This is why you got to have contracts.
Yeah. Wow. All right. We'll have a Brave segment as well a little bit later, hopefully. Braves have turned things around, no question about it. 12-5 in the last 17. So
still one game under 500.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll get there. I mean, they got 2 more with the Reds.
That always helps.
Yeah, that's for sure. And so,
and then, Pittsburgh, Washington.
Yeah, so you got 2 series coming up with Washington. So
yeah,
you could make some hay. 7 games against the Nationals in the next probably 10. So you can get it done. Pretty good. All right, let's talk about this. Let's just right out of the gate. How many games do you think Auburn will win in the regular season? 68% of Auburn people believe 8 or 9 wins.
Yeah, really 69, because it's
That's
68.6, right? So,
And that, I don't know if that's good or bad. Number one, I think it's rational, and I think that's where it should be. But if you're 3 years into a tenure and you're not expecting to maybe win 10 plus, are you where you want to be?
well, you're not, certainly not where you want to be, but I think it is a reflection of where it was. I say it all the time. People made fun of Jim Donnan 3 years ago when he said Auburn's roster was closer to Vandy than it was to Georgia. He wasn't lying. So it was just one of those things, man. The end of Gus's tenure and the 2 disastrous years of Harsin basically left a roster in need of a complete rebuild. Not a we're going to have to fix the roster. No, it needed a complete rebuild.
Yeah, and foundational wise, like you say, I probably lied to myself and thought, and to some degree, you could look at it and say, well, if it's all about the quarterback, or if we could just do this or just do that or what. No, it was foundational. It was, and that's the biggest part of it, the offensive line, and that's the part that we. Have not been able to address, and that's been the biggest deal.
I would say the bigger question is, what is the goal after this year, right? I think everybody wants to see this year. 8 or 9 wins, I think, would make everybody feel okay.
Yeah.
And then you head into next season with that, okay, now it's time to compete in the playoffs and start doing that sort of thing. So competing at the upper slots of the Southeastern Conference.
Another thing I find interesting about this too is it's easy to say right now that 8 wins is acceptable. That what do you think is going to happen? 8 wins, and everybody says, yeah, that's what should be reasonable. And then you get to the end of the year and you've won 8 games, and everybody's like, is this really what we want? I mean, you can't do any better than this. I'm telling you, it feels a lot different at the end of the year than it does at the beginning.
It does, but I still think 8 would suffice. I think most people would feel pretty good with 8.
You better have a spoonful of sugar with it because it ain't going to taste good. I'm going to say that at the end of the year. Okay, what will Auburn's record be against Georgia and Alabama? Again, 70% 1-1. If you split those, they would certainly. That's the expectation. Only 16% of Auburn fans think you could sweep them.
But only 15% think they'll lose both. So.
I mean, is that reasonable?
So if you lose both, you have disappointed 85% of your fan base.
Can you split them? Can Auburn split them?
Can they? Sure.
I mean, that's obviously the expectation. But is it reasonable? Sure.
I mean, they're both home games. It is certainly not unthinkable for Auburn to win one or both of those games. It's just, it's difficult. They're going to be underdogs in both games.
Right. So. Which non-rivalry game is the toughest? Most Auburn fans think A&M, at A&M. You got also, of course, at Oklahoma, at Baylor, at Arkansas.
I think people have, and we're going to see if I'm right about this. I think people have made an assumption based on last year that Oklahoma's just not any good. And I'm not sure that's going to be the case. With Venables now, focusing on the defense, you get Mateer, you bring in Mateer's offensive coordinator. I think people are kind of a little bit of whistling past the graveyard on Oklahoma a little bit because I think Oklahoma's going to be maybe better than A&M.
A&M's the team you actually beat last year, right?
Yeah.
So that's interesting. But yeah, I think the unknown from Oklahoma is the part that everybody's, you got a new quarterback, like you say, new OC, all these different things.
Mateer has a chance to be a first-round pick next year. I mean, he's that good. So if he plays like that, and he's coming in with a familiar offense, he doesn't have to learn a new offense, anything like that. So.
Up against a break here on the Auburn Blitz, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Weiss with Weiss Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Weiss Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Weiss Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Weiss Motors.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. They got 9 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. Sensa Green for air that's cool and clean. Call Sensa Green. Heating, cooling, and insulation. They are the area's carrier dealer. And J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation for all your home decor tools, for all of your commercial, residential needs. They probably get a lot of their supplies, who knows, from Russell Do-It Center. If they could, or if they need them, they could get them there.
They could,
sure.
yes.
For your construction and excavating needs, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. Okay, back to the Auburn survey here, Auburn fan survey. What will Auburn's record be after its early road swing? How about we're talking at Baylor, Ball State, South Alabama, at Oklahoma, at Texas A&M. 5 games there. What will their record be after that? Will it be 4-1, 3-2? Most Auburn fans think 1 loss amongst those first 5 games.
I think that's definitely an optimistic look, and I think it would be very positive because immediately following that, you got Georgia. Mm-hmm. Then you got, 4 really winnable games?
Sounds about right.
Right? Then you get, end up the season with Alabama. So
right.
There's 4 or 5 really winnable games. So I think you're looking at, if that team comes out of there at 4-1, I think you're looking at a team that could be in that 9-win conversation, maybe fighting for a possible playoff berth at the end of the year, if they can get a late win against Alabama.
Do you think it's more reasonable for 3-2?
I really want to see that Baylor game before I decide that. That's the thing. I would love to see. If you show me the Baylor game, and then I'll tell you, right? I think if Auburn struggles with Baylor or loses to Baylor, then obviously I don't think 4-1 happens then.
All right. I mean, obviously, you're expecting Ball State and South Alabama, but it's Baylor, Oklahoma, and A&M. That's a tough.
Yeah, and back-to-back road games with Oklahoma and A&M, that's always tough. Oklahoma, like I said, I think it's going to be much improved offensively this year, and defensively they were pretty good last year. A&M, I don't know. I still think A&M's kind of a middle-of-the-pack team this year, but, I know a lot of people like them more than I do. So
yeah. What will Auburn's record be against teams other than Georgia and Alabama? Again, 5-1 is the majority. Almost half the fan base feels that way. 4-2.
Yeah, you got 80% say either 5-1 or 4-2, and I think those are both reasonable.
Yeah. Well, if everybody thinks you're going to go 1-1 against Georgia and Alabama, and most everybody thinks you're going to go 5-1 against everybody else,
it'll put you 6-2 in conference.
That'd be pretty good.
That'd be pretty good because that'd
be 10 wins.
Well, that's what I was going to say, and it tells you the difference between what a person says their expectation is.
Exactly.
And what their real expectation is.
That's why I go back.
Because if your expectation was 8 or 9 wins, but then you also expect to split Georgia and Alabama and go 5-1 outside of that, then your expectation is not really 8 or 9 wins. It's 10 wins.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All right, who will be Auburn's starting quarterback the majority of the season?
Yeah, I think that's pretty
96% say Jackson Arnold.
If it's not, there's a problem.
There's a problem.
Yeah. Because I don't think the Auburn coaching staff is planning on playing Deuce Knight this early. And if they do, it means that Jackson Arnold's not working out, and that's a problem.
Unless Deuce Knight is way ahead of schedule.
I just think we would have known that already.
Yeah. Well,
I think if, again, Jackson Arnold was brought there to be the starter this year, that is the expectation, and that is the plan. Didn't seem to change in the spring.
right.
If it changes in August, then I think there's a problem.
Who will be Auburn's leading rusher? Damari Austin. It should be. Again, I hope that's the case. I hope he's leading Auburn. I hope it's a running back by committee and we can keep everybody healthy, but that's not anything out of the ordinary. Who will be Auburn's leading receiver? Cam Coleman, 62%. Eric Singleton, 31.5%. Malcolm Simmons, only 5%. So Cam Coleman or Eric Singleton?
Would not be surprised a bit if it was Singleton.
Now, oh, really? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I think Cam Coleman's going to draw a lot of attention.
Right.
And Singleton's a really talented dude. So it wouldn't surprise me if it was really close between those two.
I'd love to see all three of them share. I wouldn't mind, this whole bit about Auburn hadn't had a 1,000-yard receiver. I bring that up quite a bit because it's been so long. But if you got three guys to share the load and they get some equal and they all get about, 600-700 yards receiving, that's not bad either. I think that's probably actually better. Who will lead Auburn in sacks?
Maybe the easiest question on the whole survey.
Keldrick Fall.
Yeah.
71%. Crawford gets a little bit of love at 17, but who will lead Auburn in tackles? DeMarcus Riddick, the sophomore. Probably, if your linebacker leads you in tackles, that's probably a good thing. Probably not a good thing if your safety leads you in tackles.
Exactly right, yes.
Caleb Harris being second on the list. Falk being third. So, got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll continue these survey questions when we come back right after this.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, you care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, you care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
there's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you. Central to your success.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering, or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Great place to get some tremendous food in the Montgomery and Auburn area, 2 locations. Got daily lunch specials, got probably the best variety of steaks and ribs and meats, wine as well in the Auburn area. Go and check them out today, or the Montgomery area. You'll be glad that you did. Check out their website, steaksandwine.com. That's just the letter N, steaksandwine.com. Going back to the Auburn fan survey, this put out by Auburn Undercover. So just some interesting questions, the way the fan base is kind of what their mindset is going into 2025. As mentioned, talking about some specifics in players and who will be leading Auburn. Everybody believes Jackson Arnold's going to be the quarterback. Everybody believes Damari Alston will be the leading rusher. Cam Coleman will be the leading receiver. Keldrick Falk lead him in sacks. DeMarcus Riddick, the leader in tackles. Leader in interceptions, Jay Crawford.
That's a tough one.
This one is a lot of different.
Yeah, there's so many different, predicting who's going to lead in interceptions. I mean, you have no way of knowing.
Oh, yeah. It's a kind of a random thing.
Yeah.
But Jay Crawford, barely, the cornerback. You get Kayan Lee, 22%. Anquan Fagans, the freshman, 19, almost 20%. Champ Anthony coming back off an injury gets 15%. Caleb Harris, 10%. So being in the right place at the right time, a lot of when you're really, really good cornerback, they don't throw at you.
That's
you don't get a lot of you don't get a lot of chances to intercept passes. So, who will be Auburn's most impactful freshman offensively? Interestingly, Sam Turner. True freshman wide receiver.
I don't know what all the options were, right? I don't know how many options people had to choose from on the survey, but a wide receiver would seem to be a position where, a freshman could. I was talking with Brett not long ago about Alvin Henderson, and look, Alvin is from a 1A school. It is going to take him a minute.
Right.
To get up to speed in an SEC level competition. And Deuce Knight, like I said, if Deuce winds up starting this year, then something went wrong on the Jackson Arnold thing. So.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like you said, I mean, you got some guys on the defensive line. You got like a Malik Autry. Mm-hmm. You got Jordan Crawford. Those two guys are, possibilities.
Defensively, yeah. Anquan Fagans, obviously.
Anquan Fagans would be the one that I think maybe could have an opportunity to be a big impact player.
Offensively, it's hard to kind of come up with a freshman that's going to make a huge impact.
Right. So I Sam Turner probably makes the most sense. Like you said, wide receiver probably the easiest place.
Yeah.
For that to happen. But who could have the biggest impact as a freshman? It definitely could be Deuce Knight.
Well,
if
it has to be.
I mean, sure, yeah, if it has to be. Who will be Auburn's most impactful freshman on defense? Anquan Fagans, 38%, Malik Autry, 28%, Jordan Crawford, 19%. There you go. Those top three guys. And those are all have an opportunity to make an immediate impact on the defensive side of the ball. How satisfied are you with the current trajectory of Auburn football? 5 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. 4 comes in at the top. So the majority of the fan base, pretty sizable majority here, happy with the direction that Auburn's going. 4 straight losing seasons, JJ.
Well, yeah, I don't think you can be happy with that. That's why you don't see anything for 5. I don't see where anybody voted 5, right?
Yeah.
So
this again, to me, I don't know if I buy this. I mean, look, I mean, everybody sees the recruiting, and they love it, and I'm all for that. And I just think that anytime leading up to a season, we have a way of talking ourselves into being very, very. Oh yeah, man. I think
things are looking great.
Things are looking great. We got a great. This team's going to. We're turning things around. This team 8 wins will be. We're on the right track, and then you get to that 8 at the end of the year, and you're like, my goodness, did we really just win 8 games? Can we really? Are we really in the right direction? So,
look, I think 8 wins at least gets you moving in the right direction, which they haven't been for 2 years. We could talk about the recruiting and all that, but it's been back-to-back losing seasons.
Yeah.
And it goes back 4 years altogether. So 8 would be movement, positive movement, right? 9, anything above 8 is like really good, something to build on.
I definitely think most people, after these last 4 years, with 9 wins, would certainly be satisfied.
Yeah.
They say they'll be satisfied with 8. I'm not sure. I say that myself. I don't even trust myself when I say that. But finally, what would constitute a successful year 3 for Hugh Freeze at Auburn, assuming the top 10 recruiting continues? And again, 9 wins, 48%, 8 wins, 41.6%. So
there's nothing wrong with recruiting. It's a necessary part of the job.
Yeah.
But recruiting, take that out, because if you're not winning football games, it does not matter. you got to win football games. And I don't know what yours would be.
90%, 8 or 9 wins.
Yeah. Yep.
So
like I said,
what I
8,
said.
8 to me would be a successful season, a move in the right direction. 9 or better would be, here we go. So
we need
less than 8, and I'm down there with the 2.4%.
Well, I hope everybody, files this away and remembers how they voted when Auburn wins 8 wins at the end of the year. So we'll see. Not that I'm predicting that right now, but that definitely would be it's hard. It's sad that that's a positive step in the right direction. 8 wins, to be perfectly honest. All right, we got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone 256-750-0381 or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life. EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area. Are you ready to showcase your skills and compete with the best in Alabama? The 42nd Alabama State Games are coming to Birmingham and Jefferson County from June 13th through the 15th, and it's your chance to be part of something incredible. Athletes from across the state will compete in sports ranging from archery to wrestling. Those participating in the opening ceremony are eligible for academic scholarships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Mark your calendar. Registration opens March 1st. Visit allagames.com.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today, whether that's on Spectrum Cable or YouTube page or our Facebook pages, however you choosing to dial us in. We appreciate it each and every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Auburn Blitz, 12 to 1. Ed says you'll find this interesting. Out of the last 4 years, Vegas has been dead on with the win-loss number, and Auburn went under all 4 years. This year, they have Auburn at 7.5.
And Auburn went under each of the last 4 years.
Last year it was 5.5, and Auburn went 5, and so forth.
See, I would almost like 7-5 is almost like give me the over. Does the old
at some point
the old Corzo line? Does somebody know something I don't know?
At some point, you would figure if we have underachieved and gone under, that we're due to go over, because you're not going to go under every single time.
No, right? no. But those guys don't lose a lot of money.
The wise guys are wise for
That's right. So that is interesting. It'd be a much tougher number to me. It'd be a much tougher number to bet if you set it at 8, because a lot of people are going to think push, but if you go under or you go over on 8, it's a little tougher bet. 7.5, yeah, I'm leaning over all day. But if they come in under again, hold on to your hats.
Surely we're not destined to go under yet again.
Yeah, hold on to your hats if so.
Yeah. Well, the majority the people have spoken. 7 is unacceptable. 8 is.
That's like somebody said the other day, if Auburn's playing in some, like the Gasparillo Bowl or something, they're going to have an interim head coach for it. Yes.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
So, all right, Braves, 17-18 on the year, 12-5 in the last 17 games. 6-4 in the last 10 games.
I'd like to go back in time just a few weeks, and I think it was one of us here, probably me, who said, "Listen, it's early.
It's yet early.
You gotta wait," because at the time we still had 154 games to go or whatever it was.
I do believe they were 0-7 at one time.
They were.
Right?
They were. Yes. And a chance to get back to 500 tonight against the Reds. So, and your hitters are starting to hit because the baseball card doesn't lie. And the young pitchers that's basically what Anthopoulos has banked this year on, is that I'm going to send out there a group of young homegrown pitchers, and there's an ace in there somewhere. And Smith Shawyer sure looked like it.
He just had. Took a no-hitter into the 8th inning.
Yeah.
The other night. Schwellenbach,
Schwellenbach's looked good.
But he's looked good. Sale hadn't looked like Sale quite yet, but looked like him last night.
Yeah.
Auburn. Auburn. I feel like I'm watching Auburn halftime with the Braves, but they get shut out, go into the 9th inning and get a run, send it into the 10th inning, win it in extra innings. With the Big Bear getting a base hit. So Now the Mets need to slow down a little bit. 23-14.
Still only 5 games up on the break.
Didn't see them coming out of the gate like they're playing, but
yeah, still only 5 games up. I don't see the Mets holding that kind of pace. I could be wrong, but in fact, I'm a little more worried about the Phillies doing that than I am the Mets.
Right.
For obvious reasons. But yeah, I'm satisfied with where the Braves are, and I think they can continue this pace of play for a little while. Lost 2 out of 3 at home to the Dodgers, but lots of people are going to lose 2 out of 3 at home to the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So, you know, the Dodgers,
being 1-6 against the Dodgers is I think they're 1-6. Yeah.
With the Dodgers, you just got to hope that you catch them in the playoffs and you're hot and they're not.
Yeah.
That's it. Because on a long, like, you know, best out of 10, best out of 7 kind of thing, gonna be hard to do. You just gotta, especially regular season. You just gotta get to the playoffs, hope you make a couple of smart moves, and hope they blow something, and there you go.
Yeah. Now the West, it's tough. Dodgers 24-12, Padres 23-12, Giants 23-14.
Yeah.
And the Diamondbacks aren't bad.
Right.
At 19-17. So you better. I wouldn't count on winning a wild card.
You know, the Rockies are 6-28.
That's not good.
I mean, that makes you want to throw up on it. I mean, 6-28. Whew. I mean, why are you even still playing?
You thought the Braves are struggling.
Forfeit the rest of them and let's go home, man. This
You're
is a waste
already
of time.
17 games out of first place.
Yeah, and you ain't played but 34.
Wow. All right, we got to take a break, but we'll be back with one final segment on this Wednesday right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sense Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sense Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sense Green.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Are you ready to showcase your skills and compete with the best in Alabama? The 42nd Alabama State Games are coming to Birmingham and Jefferson County from June 13th through the 15th, and it's your chance to be part of something incredible. Athletes from across the state will compete in sports ranging from archery to wrestling. Those participating in the opening ceremony are eligible for academic scholarships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Mark your calendar. Registration opens March 1st. Visit allagames.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. It was Bone Sports Blitz last night. The Auburn Blitz, thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. LSU takes down Mississippi State 5-0 in the SEC softball tournament. Georgia and Arkansas just underway in the top of the first. It is 0-0. So all things go for now.
There you go.
For right now. Okay, on this day, it is May the 7th.
It is.
What do you have a good Cinco de Mayo?
Here's the thing on Cinco de Mayo. My wife, I proposed to her on Cinco de Mayo.
Is that right?
That's right. So we always that's how we celebrate Cinco de Mayo. It's sort of
Did you have a sombrero?
An erstwhile anniversary. No, but we did drink a lot of Corona. And celebrated that night. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Was that before or after you?
No. It was after.
Okay.
That's been, even though it's been like just about 20 years ago, so a long time. But
congratulations.
But yeah.
All right. On this day, 1972, the Lakers defeated the Knicks 4-1 and won the NBA title. The only title Jerry West won.
Have you seen the series? Is it called Showtime? I think
I have not. I mean, I've never watched the in depth, but I've seen it. I know what it is.
For those of you out there, before you go watch it, if you've got children, it's not for them.
Correct. Yeah.
It is very.
It's
much
an HBO Max.
Yes, right? it is. It is a behind the scenes of the Showtime Lakers, exactly what you think would be.
Right.
But Jerry West, of course, was the coach and then the GM and all that for that time, and they spent a lot of time talking about the Jerry West's what's the word I believe, resentment that he only got the one title as a player.
Really?
So, yeah, angry guy according to the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he was one of the best players of his generation.
That's why he's the logo.
He's the logo.
Yeah.
And I want to say the Lakers went to, it was like 6 finals.
Could not
6
get
or
past
7,
the Celtics.
and could not get past the Celtics.
Of course, nobody else could either.
True. But that one and only title. And I believe he was the NBA Finals MVP in like 69 or something like that. He was in the one of the ones that they lost. I'll tell you how good he was. You don't see that today. Nobody getting on the losing team. On this day, 1977, Seattle Slew, one of the great thoroughbreds of all time, won the Kentucky Derby.
It's one of those names like you hear the name, and even for those of us like, I was 6 when that happened, so I do not remember.
Right.
But it's one of those names, somebody says Seattle Slew, you go, oh, yeah, racehorse.
Yeah.
You know who it is, yeah.
Seattle Slew.
Secretariat, Seattle Slew,
Absolutely. Did you watch the Kentucky Derby this
I
time?
did. We always watch it. My wife's a huge fan
Really?
of the Kentucky Derby. You know, I can take it or leave it, but she likes it, so we watch it every year.
I think they announced yesterday that it's not even going to run in the Preakness.
Yeah, I saw the trainer was talking after the race that he had some concerns about running in that soon again. So, you know, I don't know. Look, that horse is extraordinarily valuable.
That's true.
And it's the trainer's job to make sure that horse can be valued.
It's true. It takes a little out of it, though, for the if you're not going to go for the Triple Crown.
Used to be you just expected that, right? I mean, I guess now it's kind of like load management in the NBA or whatever.
Well, I mean, you know, who am I to say?
Yeah.
I'm not the one running in it.
Yeah.
So, happy birthday today, Gary Cooper, one of the great leading men.
Man who shot Liberty Valance, was that Cooper?
That was Jimmy Stewart and John Wayne.
That was Jimmy Stewart. Yeah.
Gary Cooper, maybe. What was the? I can't remember. Lots of westerns, but I can't remember one coming to mind. Darren McGavin.
Was he the Night Stalker?
He was the Night Kolchak, the Night Stalker.
The Night Stalker.
He was also
what a great old show, though.
It was it's precursor to like the X-Files.
Yeah, very, very much ahead of its time.
If you prefer the Dad in A Christmas Story.
That's right.
Papa says
it's a major award.
It's not a finger. He does some great lines in that movie. Johnny Unitas, still for my money, pound for pound, the greatest name of any quarterback ever.
Johnny Unitas.
Either that or Joe Montana.
I was going to say, man, it's tough to beat Joe Montana. I know Joe Montana's like 6'2" and 190 pounds, but with a name like Joe Montana, you just imagine him at like 6'6", 250, right?
Right. It was going to be hard not to be great with a name like Joe Montana.
Yeah.
How about Randall Tex Cobb, born on this day, 1950.
Yeah.
Actor, also a boxer. People don't really realize.
I know he was a boxer. Yeah.
He was a professional boxer at the time. St. John Smith.
No idea.
St. John Smith, one of the great volleyball players, beach volleyball players of all time.
Okay. I do remember him. Yeah.
He was a cool guy.
80s?
Yeah. Born on this day, 1957. I don't think that's his real name. I think he changed it.
Okay.
And if you're going to change your name, change it to something like St. John Smith.
Yeah.
That is a cool name. Eagle Eye Cherry.
Interestingly enough, Eagle Eye Cherry, a one-hit wonder. He had a song called Save Tonight.
That is true.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
He was also the younger brother of another artist who was a one-hit wonder in the 80s, Nina Cherry, who did Buffalo Stance.
Really?
Yes.
Did not know that. Born on this day, 1968. Also I always thought Eagle Eye Cherry was the name of the band.
Okay, no.
It's literally the dude's name.
Yes. His older
Eagle
sister
Eye
was Nina,
Cherry.
and he was Eagle Eye.
And Alex Smith, who broke his leg in half.
He did.
I can sort of. 1984.
Yeah.
Born on this day, Alex Smith.
Arguably the guy that launched the career of Urban Meyer.
Okay, yeah, true. A quarterback at Utah.
Yeah.
Very good, true. That's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for out there being with us. He's JJ, I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk to you again soon.
That thing I was watching when they were talking about